Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. To all my Muslim friends, I wish you Ramadan al-Mubarak. To all my other friends, I wish you a happy day. JJ checking in now. Friends have asked me to share how to go about telling stories because when I facilitate any session, I always tell stories. Usually it's stories from my own personal experience and I apply them where necessary. When you ask me why do we need to tell stories, it's because storytelling actually is the oldest form of literacy. The dictionary says that stories actually is a narrative account of something that's real or imaginary. Stories are found virtually everywhere in different forms, and today most of us know stories from the electronic media. But I like one which is by Alice Walker. She's the author of Purple Color, and she says that storytelling is how we survive. When there's little or no food, stories feed something. It feeds on the spirit, it feeds on our imagination. So imagine life without stories. It is so boring. I get to know of stories from my parents, my friends, from my culture, from other people's culture, because stories is connecting us heart to heart. There are many forms of stories that we know of today. It's either like from myth, from fables, from epics, from legends, from parables. They can either be fiction or they can be reality. And when I use stories, it can be either inspirational, it can be educative, it can be heroic, it can also be romantic, it can be humorous, it can be frightening or tragic, and it can also be thought-provoking. Funny, you know, humans actually are not set up to understand logic, but humans actually are set up to understand stories. Why? Because stories capture the context, it captures the imagination. So if stories come to us, care for them and use them whenever needed. Friends have asked me, but if we tell stories, what are the benefits of storytelling? Actually, there are many, but I'm going to share 4. What's the benefits of storytelling? One thing, it enhances your presentation. It changes the way you continue with your lecture, your facilitation, whatever you're doing right now, your talk. It communicates abstract and complex idea. It provides both, can I say, cognitive and emotive connection. And mind you, it is one of the most powerful leadership tools that we use nowadays. For example, if you know of the influence model, it helps us to change mindset, it helps us to change behavior, because storytelling is being used as a platform where leaders are the role models. But the power of a good story actually is in the power of how you tell your stories. I have a very simple structure in telling stories in my sessions. I know there are so many other structures and techniques out there, but I'm going to share with you only 4 steps, 4 simple steps. And they are 1, setting, 2, build up, 3, climax, and 4, learning outcome. So how do you go about doing this? I'm sure you've heard of a story being told many times, a story of a poor blind boy. The setting. There was once this poor blind boy who was sitting at the corner of a road, and he just had a signboard that says, "Please help me, I'm poor and blind." People were walking about, crossing the road, and he could hardly hear many coins being tossed into his hat. Bill up. At about midday, a man crossed the road and passed by him, and he saw that the boy had a few coins, and he tossed extra coins into the hat. And he did something else. He changed the wordings of the signboard. Few moments later, the boy heard more coins being tossed into his hat. Wow, this is a turning point. Why are people suddenly throwing more coins into his hat? The next day, climax, the man came by again to see the condition of this poor blind boy. The boy, although he was blind, he recognized the footsteps of the man. And when the man stopped by, he asked, "Sir, did you do something to help me with the condition that I was yesterday? Because I'm getting more coins in my hat than yesterday." The man smiled and said, "No, I didn't do anything. I just helped to change the sign." "What did you do?" Oh, the man said, "The first sign you had was, 'Help me, I'm a poor blind boy.' I changed it to, 'Today is a beautiful day and I can't see it.'" But the boy said, "So it means the same. What's the difference? I don't get it." Yes, learning outcome, true. Meaning is the same, but the impact is different. The consequence is different. The first sign says that you are a poor blind boy. The second signboard says that it made people aware that they were not blind. So friends, actually we don't value a thing until you lose it. So value even the tiniest of blessings in life before it's too late. Every moment can be turned into a great opportunity. Have a good day, my friend. Thank you. JJ signing off. Bye.
Nervous.